Good evening. Today is Thursday, June 26, 2025. Jump date for Friday the 27th. All right, let's go. Well, as far as official setups, let's stick with this math for now. It can be a little thin here and there. Spread seems to be okay, but obviously we'll keep an eye on the situation. If you're not comfortable with the pass, it's still a very risky type of trade. Speaking of risky, this HOVR, cray, that means crazy in slang English for my international clients. Anyway, I like it, but boy, it's a nuts. It's really nutso. So we'll take a look at that in just 1 second. Katos is a good-looking stock. It can be a little wide and loose. I do want to show you that real quick. In fact, let's just hop into these. Here's this HOVR, kind of ludicrous, HV160, but it's just one of these crazy stocks. It's in aerospace and defense, which is a hot area, obviously, right now. So I do like that. Katos would be the other one. This is not a perfect setup, but it has had some decent persistency, even though it's slightly wide and loose. But obviously, it's worked its way higher over time. So I think it's worth going after. Math, again, this one can be thin at times. Only 50,000 shares today. So this is probably on the cusp of being way too thin. But the average volume is decent on that, so 300,000 shares. So, and the spread seems to be okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Anyway, so those are the three setups, but lots and lots and lots of crazy, super speculative stuff setting up at the moment. Let's take a look at the portfolio, and then we'll pop out to the overall market. Not a bad day in KGC. Any additional strength will start to trail that stop up. Keep an eye out for that IPT once it pushes past 16 or so. Let's take a look at TFPM. Yeah, better than the poke in the eye. So far, though, it's just pulling back. It does look pretty good longer term. A bit of a kind of a triple top knockout like we talked about last night. So it still looks like it has lots and lots of potential. Profit watch, of course, on that KGC. Don't split hairs. Should get fairly close. Let's take a look at the overall market. The bottom line is things continue to improve, and that's obviously a good thing. First of all, take a look at the P's. S&P 500, not a bad day there. We are just a hair, and I mean a hair, off of all-time highs, a point or so. So that's certainly a good thing. And people were asking me about the market in the gym today, and I'm like, if we can make new highs and stay there, I think the FOMO will begin to kick in with a lot of people, and that's kind of where I am now. Anyway, the NASDAQ is just a hair off of all-time highs, too. The Qs continue to bang out all-time highs, and they did so with a little bit of vigor. So I like that a lot. What else is happening in here? EFA shares bouncing back. They looked quite questionable just a few days ago, but they're coming back. So that's a good thing overall, but I would avoid that area for now. Focus obviously on the U.S. Gold, the commodity, kind of hanging in there. Just a little bit of a bounce off its worst levels today, but not a whole lot to report there. Gold stocks, decent day, not too far away from all-time highs. You know me, I like to see some new highs sooner rather than later. Did we mention the Rusty? No, I don't think we did. Decent day there, but tons of overhead supply to deal with. Take a look at the mags. Speaking of overhead supply, pushing through that overhead supply so far like butter, so that's obviously a good thing. NVIDIA, brand new high, stalling out a little bit, but they closed at all-time highs. It closed at all-time highs nonetheless, so that's certainly a good thing. Take a look at Palladium, getting the memo from Platinum. Look at that, breaking out decisively with vigor. Platinum, bam, winning. Breaking out to new highs, too, at quite a bit of vigor. Some of these areas, again, with overhead supply, are beginning to try to push through it, like cloud computing, so that's obviously a good thing. Silver, nice little bounce back there. I like to see some new highs sooner rather than later, but certainly doing well. And hey, take a look at that. The semis now clearing that overhead supply, and they just have these prior peaks to deal with in here. So getting closer and closer to brand new highs there. So that's certainly a good thing too. So overall, seeing quite a bit of improvement. You know the routine. Here it comes, one day at a time. But so far, so good. So continue to look to get long. Obviously, be selective and wait for entries and honor your stops and all those other good things that I preach. Everybody have a fantastic night. If you have any questions, you know the routine. Thank you so much.